What's up, slackers? Oh, I need some energy today. Actually, I'm kind of irritated today. Let's start off and get some caffeine and, I don't know, let me know if everything's working because YouTube seems to be slacking in this arena. I know there's a delay, probably like 45 seconds, so I'm going to enjoy my rain workout drink. What's going on, slackers? You guys see the new studio? Bunch of room for activities and stuff. So excellent. Iska Monster, what's up, slacker? You know, this is actually a really good flavor. I'm surprised. Welcome to Slacker Live. 00 core. My first time here. What's going on, slackers? So what's going on? How's it sound? Music sound good? Better sound good for all the time. I spent yesterday on it. Sorry I didn't stream yesterday, but I don't know. It was one of them damn days. I had to reorganize. I figured I'd just move some stuff here, move some stuff there. And that just basically turns into a whole, I don't know, slackery, I guess you can say. But yeah, so we're here. What do you guys think? You see the boards back there? We need to do some board videos. It might turn out to be, I might be doing this YouTube thing full time because I've been having some issues getting like interviews and stuff. And I don't know, I just sat on, so basically I've been waiting all day. I was supposed to have an interview at 1 p.m. Then 2 p.m. rolls around. I'm waiting for a call. Don't get a phone call. Then I get a message. Oh yeah, 3 o'clock. So then I'm sitting there waiting for 3 o'clock. And then 3 o'clock comes around and I don't get anything. And then basically 3:30 comes around and then 4 o'clock comes around. And that's when I get, hey, you want to do a call? And yeah, at that point, no. So I'm a little bit irritated. I'm going a little nuts over here. I guess this whole Corona thing is kind of driving me nuts in general, but tastes good. This is like one of my new favorite drinks called Rain Total Body Fitness. They make another one that's like orange dreamsicle. It's absolutely amazing. Did you find all the PC parts you lost over the years? To be honest, I found my Neos, right? Which I was looking for the G-Skill Neos that I got sent, and I'm like looking all over for it. I was actually looking for it on the stream, and it turns out it was hiding in my couch. So it was definitely good. What do you do for work? Contractor, but what exactly? I do what's called identity management systems. To be honest, I don't really want to do it much anymore. I'd rather do YouTube with you guys. But I don't know. We will see. But yeah, what's going on, slackers? What are you guys doing? Are you guys going as crazy as I am during this whole thing? We now have a 30-day order, I think, as of midnight tonight. That basically we're supposed to stay home the whole time, which I don't know about you, but I need a boat day. Let's see. What do we got going here? Like the new setup, Sack Baggins. Thanks, broski. Ay. So what's going on? Alright, so I guess we can get into it a little bit. What are you guys doing? Tell me what you guys are doing. Because I'm pretty much going crazy over here. I know what I'm going to be doing is, so after the stream, I've decided that we're going to do a lot more of YouTube stuff. So, a lot more videos, a lot more streams, because, I mean, what else do I have to do? You know, maybe boat days, stuff like that, ride the board. But anyways, so, one of the first videos I'm going to be doing right after this, I have some CES videos that I'm going to put up. I figure, why not? There's no conferences going on, so some CES stuff is probably good. So that's going to be coming up. And then I'm going to end up having, I got it. Thermaltake was awesome enough to send me one of their gaming mod tables, or it's an electric table that goes up and down and stuff, and I figure it's perfect right here to be able to showcase products, showcase builds, and then I could just kind of put it out of the way. But I think it would be good, so that way we could show stuff off easier. I don't know. Be good. Oh, what's up, Tolius? You slacker. I keep on grabbing that one as a mouse. Still getting used to this. Oh, but yeah. What are you guys doing? LM2 overclocking on a boat. We might actually have to do that. I'm not sure because they do have a lot of... It's kind of crazy. When you go out on the boat, there's a lot of police out now. They finally started taking out, like, getting used to, I guess, people going out on the boat so much. But... Says Bon Appetit. I was also prepared to see your live show with a Malibu pineapple smoothie. Not gonna lie, it sounds pretty great. It says, hey, I got a CROSSHAIR Hero and a 3950X myself. Guess I should pay attention. Will this video get posted for viewing later? Yes, but you might as well stay through the whole stream and then you can figure out pretty much what's going on. Please check YouTube chat as all, or you will miss donations. I basically saw your donation, bros. Yeah. Well, I don't know if you did one. Let's see. Did I miss something? We had Sack Baggins, and then we had, oh, that's right. We have the heart from Escamonsta. I wonder how you actually say that name, though. But I much appreciate it, broski, especially for donations, because who knows if I'll have a job. I'm just going to do YouTube all the time now. I feel like that's the way to go. I have more fun with you guys than actually working anyway, so you might as well end up doing this. Oh, so what's up, slackers? I can't walk, so stop being a slacker. Why? Come on. Why is the camera drifting back and forth? What do you mean? Is it moving? Alright, so let's get into it. I'm tired of slacking. I've been trying to bench the whole time. And yes, we have the camera on the slider, you slackers. That way you can get the full view of the room. Come on, it's so pretty. Nice. I don't even know how to say your name, dude. Joined from Bangladesh. Fighting God has powers over his camera. See, ready? Ooh, see? Drinking Corona. Be careful with that one, buddy. All right, so let's get down. We got I don't know, I guess you guys can see this right here. So at the end of the last stream, we were fighting with the Intel board. We had I did say it right. Nice. So we didn't get much time on the AMD stuff. I was pretty much tired from getting beat up by the Intel board. So I don't know. I've been wanting to set this up for weeks. I've had this chip for weeks. I've had this board for weeks. So I figured it's time to play with that. We're going to do some memory stuff. We're going to do a lot of stuff on this platform. Because we got the AMD 3950X Ryzen 9. And we're basically pushing it on the... Where's that box? Ugh. On the Rogue Crosshair 8 Impact. Now, I don't know if you guys heard from the other stream. Basically, this is the first time the Impact board is actually on the AMD side. It's kind of like crazy. This was one of my favorite boards back in the day from like Z97, Z170, Z270, I think. I don't know. There was one chipset over there where they stopped making them in general, but would love to send in cash, but a 70-year-old pensioner this end of my part-time job has put on hold until the pubs open again. You have to seal... Oh, man. No worries, Tom. Hey, if you can't donate, it's cool. I don't mind. I mean, the best thing you can do is just subscribe and like, and I'm happy with that. That's cool. We don't mind. And I hope that things get better for you, broski, because this thing is starting to get to everybody. I think everybody's going stir crazy. I know I'm going stir crazy. Let's hammer this 3950. Okay, you ready? Ugh. You ready? Nah, I can't mess it up. It's too pretty. You gotta love my buddy Jesticles. This is what he sent me. Good dude. Alright. So time to roll with the AMD setup. So a little disclaimer here. I haven't worked with Asus in a while when it comes to AMD for a long period of time. So if I screw up on something, I screw something up. So, but just to let you know that, I don't know, there might be some stuff that I don't realize that I'm doing. Because when you switch from motherboard manufacturer to motherboard manufacturer, each one does everything the same but different, but the same. So it's kind of hard to get everything normal, I guess you could say. But anyways. Alright. Let's see, what are we going to do here? So let me switch over and we'll start chalking. Alright. Let's see, does it matter? No, I think that's good enough. So in the last stream, we basically went with the stock air cooler. Now, if you have a 3950X, you don't get this cooler, which I think is kind of stupid because with the 3900X, you get a cooler. So it's kind of... Was that really smart? I'm not so sure. But, I don't know. It doesn't seem to be cooling all that well. Right now, if you could see on the screen, basically we're running at 50C idle. It's been running for a little bit, so it's kind of... I don't know. I don't like that core voltage at 1.465. It seems, I don't know, it just seems unnaturally high, if you know what I mean. So it's kind of, I don't know. I guess we're going to see. But if you look at the monitor, you can tell, like, the package temp is at 61 degrees. The motherboard's at 36. And we got 43C on the VRM temp. What, you didn't like my April Fool's joke? Come on, slackers. But yeah, I don't like this heat already, so I don't know. I was reading over, so on hwbot.org, if you go into their forum, there's some sections that where you can download all the utilities, blah blah blah, etc. So I downloaded all the utilities. I have them on somewhere on USB here, and what we're gonna do is basically install the stock OS. So I think. Damn it, I think I mixed up my USBs again. I hate when that happens. Alright, so I think so right now we have a base install. I ended up changing to, let's see if you can see here, I basically went from, so initially when we started this, I put on BIOS 45. So what we did is basically went to 50. I started doing some reading on all the different BIOSes, and it seems like a lot of people were pretty successful with BIOS 50. So I'm gonna go with that one for starting out. So everything is pretty much stock right now because I'm gonna do a base install. I'm still trying to think of what we should do as an OS. I'm thinking that Server 2016 is probably a good choice. You got to remember that a lot of the operating systems like Windows 10, they can handle this monster 16-core madness, but I think it's kind of better when you go into a server OS. You get a more slimmed down approach. You don't get all that bloatware that comes with Windows 10. So I think we're probably going to go with that, but now I got to figure out which friggin' USB I used. So, but anyway. Let's take some questions before we get started. What do you guys think? What do you think? To Server 2016, or should we do Windows 10? I have a couple versions, 1809 and then 1903, that we could use to install too. But what do you guys think? We can go with Windows 10 or 2016. You let me know in the comments, and we'll pick one. So I think it'd probably be easier to do Windows 10 right now, but let's see. All right, this is why it doesn't come with the stock cooler, Joe. I agree, because this thing doesn't really do that great of a job. 50C on idle, I haven't touched anything. So this is basically stock. And running at 50C seems a bit high to me. So it's probably good. This is also, I also did the regular stock paste, because it comes on the cooler itself. I figured, why not test that out too? So we might want to end up ripping it off at some point. Maybe after we get the OS installed, get the utilities in and start doing some initial clocking. Because then we can basically go and, I don't know, basically test to see if maybe it's the paste that's shit and it's not the actual cooler itself. Because you got to remember, what connects the cooler to the IHS is paste. So I have a feeling that its paste is probably shit. So let's, we're getting a lot of info here. So the Eternal Dreamers, you went Server 2016. Look into LTSC, but benching it, you can strip it further. Yeah, it's like the light version. We'll have to do a video on that one in general because I'm not set up for that right now. Alright, so we got, whoa, everybody's all Windows 10 Pro N. is a pretty lean on my install. Yeah, Windows Pro N Edition, I think, is the Korean version. So back when Windows was split up, they basically came out with a couple different actually, no, it's not N Edition. I think N is Europe, and then K is Korea or something like that. I know there's a KN too or something. But I like to use the default ones. I know we've talked about doing a strip down. That's not gonna be this part. So if you're looking for a strip down video, I think we're gonna work on one. I have to go through and do some stuff, but it looks like Windows 10 1909. Go crazy and do Server 2019. Unfortunately, I don't have Server 2019. I need to get it. And then we got Escamonster, Slackers Forever. We got too many comments, I couldn't even keep up. Alright, Windows Server, I've never seen that installed. Windows 10, go crazy. Server 2000, you have to try some Mick Gordon epic music. Okay, so with music, just to explain this real quick, is I have to be very careful of what music I play. So I have to subscribe to this. This is public music that I can use all the time. So if I use anything, I can get demonetized. It kind of sucks. So, but anyways, so you guys still use paste? So old school. What do you use? Toothpaste? All right. Let's see. N is for you. Yeah, and then the K edition's for Korea, I think. Windows N is stripped down. Let's see. Time to reload. All right. I don't know. Let's see if we can find Server 2016. I don't remember which one it is. So what we'll do is we'll just boot up and see. I have a couple USBs here, so we'll try real quick with that and then see what goes on from there. If I can plug this USB in. That's what sucks about having monster hands all the time. Alright, so we're just gonna reboot. There's Windows for Workstation, server, but still Windows 10. Yeah, Windows 10 is more of a desktop platform. There's really not too much different between the server editions. You just get all the server editions. What's nice about, you can get the desktop experience on Windows Server 2016. To be honest, the driver handling seems to be way better on the server edition. When I used to do a bunch of mining and stuff, I basically used to use the server edition because I'd have way less issues, especially with like AMD VGA drivers or even NVIDIA drivers. I could do like 12 cards much easier on Server 2016 than I could on Windows 10. The driver integration was just crap. Grab an LTSC key off of eBay for $4. That's actually not a bad idea. I'm going to take that into account. Maybe we'll just do a video on the OS just by itself. Windows 10 for Workstation has been best parts of server, but without the server management part. Without pre-installed Win browser, and it's not stripped. Yeah, you basically lose Windows Media. It's stripped down a bunch, but it's not that stripped down. What's the stock voltage for this chip? If you look there, it's 1.465, and we did not boot. So, well, let me get in there and change to. All right, you got to do more YouTube more. Escamonster, of course, just for you, broski. Oh, graphite pads, they have the worst thermal conductivity. I thought 1.325 was the max safe. So this is basically stock. So I don't know. AMD with these voltages. Could be an Asus thing, but who knows? That puppy's running hot at 52 degrees though. See if I can get this. There we go. Much better. This USB might be screwed. No paste at all. It freaking worked. Only 1 degree difference. Yeah, the problem is I don't trust that. I usually lap everything to make sure it's actually good. So let's see if this boots up. Nope. It's crazy how small this board is. Like, look at my hand compared to it. That's crazy. Hey, the Phenom was awesome. Run it 2 months ago. Keep up the good work. One day we are a duo ones. What's up, Slacker? What's up, Shades? What are you guys doing? I thought they fixed it. I used 123. Yeah, we're probably gonna lower it, but after we boot up. What the hell's going on here? YouTube didn't send a notification. Of course they don't. I feel like YouTube kind of definitely does screw you a little bit when it comes to notifications. I feel like only some notifications go out. I don't know. It's kind of impossible to just do like YouTube stuff and rely on YouTube, because now they did a bunch of stuff in the back end. The one weird thing about this setup is the post is right here. If you guys are new to the stream, this is the Asus. What happened there? Not liking something. How's the VRM on this board? Well, this VRM is built to handle these at 5.6, so the VRM is pretty good. I think that 3950X, yeah, it's definitely overvolted right now. It's running hot at 52 degrees. Jackson Corvus, Roman has been teasing a new Cryonaut conductor-not versions. You better get them out on the market soon. Yeah, he does, because the last couple of ones that I've tried have kind of been shit. I might have to switch to KP because he keeps killing me with it. Alright, let's see. So, we're having some issues. We don't need any of that. Ooh, shit. Promotions, you would be overrun with them. Yeah, that's kind of bullshit. I get so many notifications. Why don't I get notification, like, I don't know. I think it's kind of crazy. YouTube seems to be disconnected from YouTubers, if you know what I mean. I think if they listen to us more, and like people that actually do it every day, or I'm not one that does it every day, but... Alright, hold on. I'm going to have to figure out what is going on here, because we cannot boot. So what are you guys doing on your slacker vacation? TRFC, what is it exactly? That's a long time to talk about that. A good way to do is just Google up TRFC. I gotta figure out what is going on with this not being able to boot. I don't think I changed anything, but let's double check. Always good to set up load defaults. When is the baby coming? July 11th? That's the craziest part, especially with all this stuff going on, is that having a baby too is like almost damn near impossible. Might end up having him on a Slacker stream. Have my little boy. The boot configuration. What's up with that? It's funny, usually when I don't test stuff, I always get screwed on it. I figured this would be the simplest part of the day, and of course not. Welcome to my world. Wrote a 3-hour piece of music yesterday. 3 hours of music? That'd be crazy. Did you hear about the 3950X laptop from Germany? Actually, I did. Well, I heard Roman was doing one. What am I, USBs go to shit? Can you guys see that? Yeah. Yeah, that actually looks pretty damn good. Yeah, I saw Roman. If you haven't seen DeBauer, he ended up having a new laptop, and to be honest, for like going on the road and actually editing videos and stuff like that. Looks pretty damn good. I'm kind of disappointed because I use a Surface Book right now. And basically, I don't know, editing is kind of on it. You know, on a laptop versus having like a really badass like desktop machine to use it with, like, I don't know. I'm more into like the big ass system. So I don't know, I need to build my Xeon system because that's what's gonna take over to be my stream box, my editing box. It's kind of crazy. It says I'm seeing on my 3950X boost to 4.85 during gaming. How long until the chip doesn't boot without messing the voltage again? All right, let's just get into it. We got a USB that works. I've had a couple USBs die lately. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do a base install. Not sure if you guys have ever been through installation, but it's really not that difficult. I'm not gonna put a key in here. You can download this basically from windows.com download, and you don't even have to use a key. You can basically go and just say, I don't have a product key. Obviously, you're gonna get less features, but you see here, we got Windows 10 Pro, Windows 10 Pro N for education. So we're just gonna use 10 Pro N. N's just a little bit stripped down. It's like the EU version. You don't have any browser or installed by default, and you don't have any media software. So that was the big thing back in the 90s. So we're gonna do Windows 10 Pro N. Now they're all pretty similar when you're going through the install. I mean, it's kind of like you have the agreement where you gotta sign up for. This basically tells you that Microsoft owns your ass. But we're gonna go with the default install. Actually, we forgot something. Whoops. Actually, which one is this? There we go. I'm a little slow today. Where's the reset button? I don't even think they have a reset button. The power button's right next to... Here, we'll just power it off and power it back on. Alright. I'm seeing it boost that high. I'm running my machine. It all depends on what cooling of how high you're gonna boost. So, on this thing, I ain't doing shit. Enterprise, no! Get an SSD to USB 3.1 adapter, install Windows from it. It's much faster and reliable. That's debatable. But anyways, how do I install Windows 10 on my Athlon dual core? Same way. It's not that much different. I'm not even sure if you can on Windows 10 or not. My next CPU switch, then the testing will start again. I feel like it's getting hot in this room right now. I have that effect naturally. Says I have a 3800X, highest boost I've seen is 4.6. Not so bad. So what we're gonna end up doing is we're installing Windows 10 right now, as you can see. We're gonna go through and install all the base utilities. I'm gonna do some basic configurations to take some of the basic stuff out of Windows 10. Now this is not a full stripped down OS. This is basically taking a regular one and working with it. We're gonna end up doing a different video basically on stripping Windows 10 like really down to a specific bench OS, but I have to do some testing because sometimes when you remove too much, it actually has like even more negative effects. So you gotta be kind of careful what you're doing. Cameo. All right, so we gotta change the boot order now. I wasn't paying attention. I was talking to you guys. Steak, what's up, broski? None of my friends have received the notification either. Strangely, hope this does not go beyond the viewer number. I'm used to it for YouTube. What are you gonna do? I have Windows 10 on my Athlon dual-core laptop, and it's slow as molasses. Yeah, I think there's some point where you're probably better off on Windows 7, but the problem is for a daily workstation, it's not that great. Holy shit, it's running at 62. That's wild. Let's see. I gotta get used to this. All right, so we basically had to go in there and switch up the boot order because I have an operating system already on this SSD, but it's not going to be good for AMD. So what I want to do is just start off with a new fresh OS. But I had to basically go and change the boot order. So instead of booting from this hard disk, I had to boot from the USB disk. So based on the USB disk, we got. Oh, John, 20 bucks. Thanks, broski, for the stream. Always appreciated. Especially during these hard times for everybody. All the crap services that run in Windows 10 really bogs down the performance. An SSD is pretty much a necessity. Well, that's actually brings up a very good point. SSD is pretty much the minimum requirements now that I feel like you should never buy a mechanical hard drive unless it's like, especially if it's for the OS, because it's so slow. Your whole experience is gonna suck. Doesn't matter if you have the baddest system in the world. If your hard drive sucks, your whole system's gonna suck. So make sure you upgrade. All right, so let's get into Windows 10. So the basics. We're gonna obviously choose those. We're gonna go install now. Have I missed Ross Q? Have I missed much? I promise not to. No, you haven't missed much. I was pretty much getting my caffeine intake down, explaining how pissed off I was today. And we're installing Windows 10 on this badass 3950X that's in an Asus Rogue CROSSHAIR 8 Impact. The smallest, baddest board there is. So, like I said before, you don't have to put a key in. You can always buy keys on eBay. I've gotten a lot of offers from companies to start doing videos for them for keys, but I don't know. They always seem kind of shady, and I feel like my channel's better than that. So, you have a build list for the 28 core. I still gotta find which case I want to use, and then I'll expand the build list on my 28 core build. Because right now I'm using a dark, and I want more cameras. I want to be able to use like separate camera views, and right now I'm out of PCIe slots, so we won't have any more cameras until I switch over to that system. And right now I'm still pretty much not sure what case I want to do yet. I'm still in thoughts. It's between like a Thermaltake, the Thermaltake View, but I'm just not sure yet. So still figuring that out. We're going to be doing videos on the Xeon just by itself, so just follow that. I had to install MSI Afterburner because I had it on stable clocks. You'll have to find good versions with any software. It's one of the toughest things. Use ESO to strip down the services. It's perfect for benching and has profiles for essential or extreme presets. Nice, Jackson. I'll take that into account. I'm on a custom water loop. Joe, you have a build list. HDD is meant for storage anyway, not utility access. Well, yeah, but even then, when you're copying, so if you're dealing with like a gig video or like 20 gig video and you put it on a hard disk, bro, it's so snail, it's awful. So, let's see. What SSD are you currently using? So, I have a bunch of SSDs that I've used for like records and stuff that going back for a while. This is an 840 Pro. The Samsung SSDs I've liked, I've used for a long period of time. I've had a couple of failures, but we're talking out of like 40 of them. Let's see. Do you need to talk about it, Joe? Shall we get in touch with your inner feelings? You guys are my therapy today. Alright, so let's get this started because it's going to take a little bit and I can talk. So, we're just going to say I don't have a product key for now because you can download this now and follow along if you want. We're going to do Pro N. Pro N for workstation. Usually that would be pretty good. I switched it up from last time, so. All right. Do the shitty stuff. Only if you're starving, do the shitty situation. We'll see. It might be that point. I don't know. I think I'm just going to make a run at this YouTube thing and just do it full time. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll sell all my shit and maybe I'll be happier that way. Who knows? Another dumb question. I have not had an AMD system since the T-Bird days. Wow, Thunderbird days. That's a long time ago. Does your memory get hammered a lot more with Ryzen because of the Infinity Fabric and thus memory runs hotter? No, I think, to be honest, memory is actually less used. It seems. It really depends on how much you're pushing. But, I don't know. That's just kind of initial thought. There's no validation on that whatsoever. Let's see. Yes means don't delete profiles. Let's see. I'm just going to go accept the license. Click next. So here's where you have to start doing something. So we're going to do custom. We're not upgrading an existing one. We're just going to do an install over. So what I usually do is I'll just delete them all. Sometimes it takes longer, but... I want the Thermaltake distro case, whatever it really is. Oh my gosh, isn't that thing awesome? I have some good video on that from when I was at CES, but I got really sick, so it's taken me a while to put that video together. So we're going to end up doing a video. It'll probably be released this week, or probably this weekend sometime. I'm trying to stagger videos with streams, because the YouTube algorithm basically kind of screws you. Like, if you release too many videos, then it's like your one video is not advertised as much. So I have to kind of stagger them out. Johnny Reed, hey, Joe, where's my shirt? So there's a couple of shirts. I think there's like 4 or 5 people that have, like, are waiting for shirts. They're coming. I had to wait for a supply, and I'm supposed to actually get them today, so they're probably going to come in right now. So by tomorrow, you will get them out, so. Let's see. PCIe Gen 4. Why is this taking so long? Come on, delete. Delete, delete, delete. So what I do is I usually delete all the partitions you have. And I used to basically set up what I want, but I find it's just better if you just go click next, not even do new, don't configure it at all, just go next. And then what it will do is Windows will actually set up the partitions for you. It makes it pretty much easy that way. Alright, hey. So, Dave, what's up, Slacker? Jesus, that was a good chip. Where's the L? No LN2 right now because we have to get up all the initial. I usually do all this before I do a stream with you guys. So I figure I'd go through this so you can see how I do everything to set up for a stream. So, plus you guys keep on busting me that I don't stream enough, so I'm streaming pretty much everything. But we do have LN2 just in case. So, let's see. Most 2600Xs and 27 can't do 4.3. Well, yeah, that's the older Ryzen. But if you look at the 3600X and the 3700X, most likely they'll do anywhere from 4.2 to 4.3. I think most did 4.2 at the 2700Xs I tested. Have you killed any Ryzen CPU? I know there are more sensible V-Core due to manufacturer. Technically, I've never killed one. I had the 3900X that was at Steve from Gamers Nexus, where I used his spray and it just went... basically hit the ground. It's not dead yet, though. I'm actually doing a video on that one, fixing it. I know Linus did one. I think there's a couple other people that did a video, and they're pretty cringeworthy, but I figure why not do one too? What cooler? So this is the Wraith cooler from my 3900X. They don't really include one for the 3950, so, but I figured, let's see if it works on the 3950. I mean, at least it's good enough for now just to basically do an operating system install. I use the stock paste on here. I want to test if I just replace the paste to see if it's better. I have a feeling it will be. Let's see. Do at and start typing their name. Okay. Sorry, English, not my native language. Either is mine. I only know the Slacker language. Yeah, so like the new studio setup. Thanks, Will. I appreciate it. Where we lose music. Let's see. Good enough. No worries. I'm American, and even I have troubles with English. That's for sure. Me too. Benchmate.org is awesome. Thanks for the tip, Slacker. So what we're doing right now is basically getting the base install. So you guys usually see me stream all the time, but you never see what goes into preparing for a stream. There's actually a lot of stuff that gets done before I stream to kind of make sure that, I don't know, the stream goes well. Sometimes I'll do bench sessions before. This is more of a session to just show off kind of what's going on. That poor 3950X is screaming, "What are you doing to me?" I'm torturing it with an AMD cooler, apparently. But anyway, so we're going to end up installing Benchmate. If you guys don't know what Benchmate is, go to benchmate.org. It's basically a small baseline of bencher software that everything's included. It does validation, so you can't cheat. If you cheat, you suck anyway. Just saying. Not gonna lie. See, I tried my 3800X with Cine 20, peaked at 76 degrees. Why does the Ryzen 5 3600 suck at overclocking? You could just have a bad silicon lottery chip, you know what I mean? Sometimes the lottery isn't good to people. It could be your cooling too. I would always check, like if you're having like really bad OC problems, the first thing to do is check out your cooler. 9 times out of 10, it's usually the cooler. Should I get Ryzen 3800 or 3900? Is there any difference when it comes down to IPC? Well, from what I've seen is that the 3900, well, the 3900 is going to be better because it has the dual CCDs. So your memory performance is going to be better on the 39 versus the 38. So I recommend that. I think the 3900 is probably one of the best budget awesome processors. Like, forget the 16 core. The 12 core is really an awesome budget. It's because it's not necessarily totally budget, but for like if you're starting out and you want to get into it, I think the 3900X is a badass product. Let's see, Combat Jumpmaster 89. What's up, Slacker? 3800, 39 are both Zen 2. They have the same IPC but different clock speeds. Yes, but they have different CCDs. Come on, Slackers, like this shit. Johnny Reed, what's up, Slacker? I think I owe you a shirt too, bro. If you didn't hear him before, it's basically coming out tomorrow. 3800 is better binning than the 3900, but it has less cores. Not sure the IPC. I'm not sure that's true. I never heard that the 3800 has it better than the 3900. That makes no sense to me. I've heard 3950 has better than all of them, but who knows? Benchmate needs to implement a screenshot feature when it automatically opens up CPU tabs. I know, because it takes forever to do that, doesn't it? Finally, Windows is... We're just going to restart manually. Yeah, how did they manage to have an IPC uplift with 3920 and 3950X? Don't go over 1.2. Anyways. I'm planning to get a 3900X system for my next upgrade. Dude, I don't think you can go wrong with that. I think it really depends. I think depending on which motherboard you go is probably your biggest choice when it comes to it. I don't think you can go wrong with 3900X. Because I've heard like some issues with some boards, and so do your research on the boards that you're going to use. I hear there's a lot of good B450 boards that are cheap alternatives. I don't know if I'd go with one, but I don't know. That's up to you, so make sure you do your research on it. Let's see, Fake Man, 3900X has bad chiplets compared to 3950. Has much better power draw and clocks. I think that's subjective because you have too many bins. So basically, your chip might do worse than another chip. So you have to kind of average them out. So I'm not so sure if that's true. Why not using a custom Windows 10? So much bloatware on standard. True, but it's not so bad to use some of it. Usually I use the server editions, but and sometimes I'll strip down Windows 10. For now, I'm just doing a basic one. Just go over some of the basic stuff that you can do to your regular system. Because sometimes when you turn off too much, you can basically screw yourself, so. Yeah, we're going to end up doing a video on customizing Windows 10. I have to test a couple pieces of software, because I was going to do one and then not the other, so. I also use a 2080 Ti in water overclocked and only game. I noticed an increase in FPS from the 2600 to 38. Yeah, you're not going to get that much. If you think you're going to upgrade CPUs and get that much of a frame rate, you're really going to get more of a frame rate from a GPU more than anything. So, Micro Center is just crazy cool. How does Intel compete with that? Oh, the $3,900 or 3900X for $400. It's so cheap. I mean, John, what GPU OC utility do y'all use? I just started using Afterburner and it's so freaking annoying. Yeah, you can get rid of them in the settings. I used to use Afterburner. I switch in between them because some of them have issues depending on different stuff, so you have to be kind of careful. But I'm betting the 3950 and the 3990 had to have the best fins to keep the power consumption spec. That could be true, right? I know my 3970 was a hell of a beast. Anthony81, hi mate, been a while. Busy working, but finally catching up on your vids. And how good is it? Is out on a reef, mate. If you haven't stopped and checked out a cool cool YouTube channel, Out on a Reef is a good one. He ends up driving, taking his boat pretty much from like the Miami area and rides all the way to the Bahamas. How I found out about him was a couple years ago. Is I literally had the same boat that he used to do it in, and it's a small boat, so he's a ballsy character. So if you can check him out, it's Out on a Reef. Good dude. Just tell him I sent you. Just tell him the Slacker sent you. We might end up doing something together. Who knows? We'll see down the road. Right now, it's who knows what's going on in the world today. It's kind of so crazy. It's hard to pay attention to see what's going on. But anyway, so I haven't seen many YouTubers who interact as much with the audience in a long time. You rock. Well, that's the point, right? So I almost find it kind of strange that people do live streams, but the whole thing about being live is you get to interact with you guys. I mean, as long as you guys aren't a pain in the ass, I mean, which you guys can be. Just kidding. Alright, so we picked the United States, US. I find when you do a Windows 10 install, it asks way too much of you. No, I don't need a second keyboard layout. We're gonna skip doing any type of Ethernet right now. A lot of my bench OSs don't even have any of that. So we don't really put security updates on them. It's supposed to be a lean, mean benching machine. We're not gonna have all that bloatware. No, I'm not gonna, see, it keeps telling me and asking me. I say no. So who's gonna be using this? Bearded Hardware. Let's see, oh man. How's the temps with the stock Prism cooler? Not that great, Steve Burley. It's kind of, dude, we're running like 50C idle, so it definitely doesn't seem good for a 3950X. For a 3900X, it's much better. Am I gonna stream with Steve anytime soon? I don't know, that's a good, we've talked about it. The problem now is being able to travel. He's like maybe 12 hours from me, so I don't know how real to work that out is kind of a pain in the ass right now. So we might be doing something with Tech Window. He's an awesome dude. I don't know. We'll just kind of see. We'll see. We're going to be trying to do some streams and collabs and stuff, but it's just very difficult now when we can't go anywhere, you know? Right now, we're pretty much on a lockdown order for the next 30 days, so I might have to do some boat days in between just to get the hell out of that house and not go stir crazy. But anyways, thanks for the $5, Zach Baggins. Appreciate it, broski. So I ran the 3950X on the Asus B450 for 2 months before I was able to find. Yeah, it's true. X570 boards were hard to find out at first. Says like water cools, no issues on the temp that I saw. Yeah, water cooling. If you're gonna have a 3950X, you shouldn't even bother with air cooling. This is just basically to install the OS. We'll hook up a water block to it and then get better temps. But this was just to see what it can do. So I highly recommend, even on the 3900X, you should be doing some type of water cooling. And not AIO. Real water cooling. Let's see. Create a super memorable password. How about Spirited Hardware? I'll show you guys how to turn that off too. Oh no, I'm thinking it's server edition where they force you. Alright, what's my security question? What was my first pet's name? Bearded Hardware. What's the name of the city where your parents met? Bearded Hardware. Now, like I said before, this is not what you should be doing. You should actually do something that's more memorable. But this is a... this is a bench OS, so we're not really worrying about security. What was your childhood nickname? Bearded Hardware. I had a beard when I was like 10. Just kidding. Alright, so let's take some more questions. As long as he does not turn off that damn torch. I hate when Steve does that. Drives me absolutely... Holy shit, I can't even keep up with you guys right now. You're one of the best at live streams, mate. Thanks, Anthony. I appreciate it, brother. You remove all Candy Crush and bloatware apps. Yes, we're gonna try to remove it. It'll get cooler on idle and Windows. That's probably true. Stay home, Joe. The Rona is out there. Wendell's an amazing person. Love the news on... Yeah, Wendell's a good dude, man. Johnny Olsen, what's up, Slacker? Yeah, Wendell's a smart dude for sure. That's for sure. Playing Dominion Gas. What do we got? 4x4? Full load? Yeah, but you must be water cooled over there. Updates are worse for Intel stuff. Got to block mitigation patches, disable build and security patch? Yeah, it is a pain in the ass. Some guy that just found the setting. Good looking out, brother. What are your safe voltages for overclocking a 39? I don't know. This is the first time I did 3950X. So I guess it's going to depend on what board you have. I don't know. Stay tuned for that. 62 core, 4100. I'm happy with. 62 core, huh? I thought it was a 32 core. Then you had 64 core. With real water cooling, you mean AO dumped in a bucket with ice and water. Is that real water? People say 1.3 max percent 2, but I don't know if it's safe in. I don't think it... I think after 1.3, the votes really don't matter. They don't scale high enough, but... You can just press next on that password. Oh, Steve, yeah, I know. I was thinking I was in Windows Server Edition 2016. You have to use password complexity, so I was thinking of that. I should have just put a blank password, so I'm an idiot. Plain and simple. All right, Beerheart just... What's up, Canada? What's up from Canada? How the hell am I supposed to know if anything from Canada? California, what's going on, Kusaka-san? From California, yay. Alright, so we're not going to use Cortana. I mean, I guess you could use Cortana and be like, hey, overclock the 30. No. No, we're going to decline that. We're going to do no history. We're just going to set this up for a bench OS. I basically turned pretty much all these off. There's no reason that this should be running on your system. Even for daily, I turn a lot of stuff off. So, obviously you don't want to, you just want to be careful. Does that mean that Intel CPUs are better at benching because they are less secure? Well, the thing is obviously Intel stuff, you used to be able to turn off the patches, which actually can give you performance, which is cool in my book, but now they lock you into them, which kind of sucks. But yeah, I don't know. AMD is going to have the same amount. It's like this whole thing on viruses, right? You had Windows, and then you had people saying with Macs, well, they're less susceptible for viruses, which is bullshit. They're basically both going to be susceptible for viruses. It's just there's more Windows machines, so they're more targeted. So for Intel, basically, they're going to be targeted more at this point. But when AMD starts really taking up more and more and more market share, they're going to have a lot of viruses too. So to think that just because you get one product over another that it's going to be more secure is not a good logic to think of. So, all right. You guys can't see, but it's looking for display driver. Let me move this over. Sweet. All right, so we don't want Edge, so we're gonna delete that. Now this is based on install, so what I'll do is I'll go through and kind of show you what I strip out. What's up, Josh Kimball? What up, Slacker? I'm so more productive working from home. My boss said to slow down. Well, hey, so here's the thing. I've been working from home for about 10 years. I usually travel in between here and there. Not the full 10 years, but I know for a couple years there, I'd work home 3 weeks on, and then I'd fly out for a week, stuff like that. So I'm kind of used to this stuff right now. So anything online is susceptible to a breach. Anything. Very true. I agree. Do you update Windows? Sometimes I do, but since we don't have any, I installed one of the higher versions, so I think it's 1907 or something like that. Your streams are the most fun for me, thanks. Thanks, broski. Without you, we wouldn't have streams. So, thank you too, bro. Do you think 1.24 or 4100 on old core is safe? Ah, that should be plenty. You should be good. For sure. See, Joe's the only YouTuber that really tries to answer all the questions from his viewers. TechOdin! I try the best I can. I can't answer all of them, but I try. How much would 4970 bottleneck a PCI X4 slot if you're doing quad? Dude, that's a hard question to ask. I haven't benched the 4970 in years, I think. Let's see. That just further proves my point that AMD has reduced its power draw a lot over the years. 1909. Yep, we're at 1909. Did I say 1907? And why does this keep turning off? So weird. That usually never happens. But yeah. So I think we're on 1909, but let's do a check real quick. System. $1809. Yeah, my other one didn't work for some reason, so we're actually on an older version. Is water cooling your VRM worth it? Good question. For AMD, I'd probably say no, because they're not so... With the 7 nanometer, they don't really push much wattage. On something, say, like the big Xeon, yes, because it really... Intel basically uses a lot of that power, and it strains the VRM. AMD's not so much in there. If you're talking about Threadripper, I would say yes. But 3950X might be a fine line there. I don't know. That one's kind of hard to say. Depending on the board you have, but... I don't think to be honest, I don't think it would be necessarily all that great to water cool it. I mean, it looks cool. And why the hell does this shit keep on turning off? Strange. All right, 1809. When are you going to whip out the KP? Talk dirty to me. No, the KP is going to be... Well, the problem... Here's the thing. So... If you're going to go for records right now, AMD platform is only really good for 2D. It's not really good for 3D. And unfortunately, that's because of, on cold, AMD has cold issues when it comes to the PCIe. So, I can't really use it with this setup. So the whole point was to, with X299, figure out how X299, what chips I have and stuff for it. So that way, we can basically do stuff. So we're not going to be doing on this platform. So we can try and I can show you the issues, but it's not going to make that much of a difference. Who's this? Overclocking and modding. You suck, Joe. You suck worse, bro. And I know who you are if you're going to say that. All right, Linus Tech Tips, Touch Tips. Just uploaded a video about how they are fake. What's fake? As I understand, performs best core boost everyday usage. It's suspect. It depends on if you're gaming and stuff and stuff like that. So, not a real channel. It's lame. I'm benching. I'm setting up, man. Leave me alone. If you have Discord and Spotify link, Discord will automatically pause Spotify if you're live. Yeah, but I'm not using that. That's the funny part. L70 ETC, the band. It's not so. YouTube got a couple of their songs. It's something to do with Blizzard. Huh. Alright, anyways. So, usually what I do on the Windows base install, I always forget that it's not there. So, let's see. So, now you can do this on your normal Windows 10 installs. I like to remove a bunch of other stuff, like we don't need OneDrive. There's no reason to have it on the Bench OS, just pointless. So we'll remove that. So it crashes back down to 4.5. All sports, I know this, but the truth is they touch tips with other men. What are we doing here? What's up, Kareem? We're basically going through and installing Windows 10. We're gonna get set it up basically so that way we can bench with it. So let's look at Windows Update. I guess we can keep the update on, but we're going to turn Windows features on and off. So in here, you would think they didn't have Internet Explorer, but look at this. We're going to take off Internet Explorer. Take out all this stuff. We do not need it. We're not using any Unix stuff. PowerShell we can keep. We don't need any of that. Oh. So what are you slackers doing for April Fools, huh? Alright, so we did that. Restart now. Ah, that drink was great, actually. Dude, how badass would Anthony look? Who the hell is Anthony? Oh, Anthony. You're talking about from LTT. I got Joe to say touch tips. Yeah, out on a reef wears a mask. To be honest, when you're out on the water that way, dude, your whole face will get burned up. You gotta be careful when you're out in 100-degree weather. I know when I go out, I got all like my boat shirts, all that stuff. Speaking of that, I still have to post the video I did of me doing some social distancing on a boat. Let's go back in here and change the password because I don't want to be doing this shit. So, Bearded Hardware. Don't tell anybody, alright? All 6 cores to 4 gig all the time. God, I love my Phenom too. LTD does a pretty good job in bringing normal people into the enthusiast scene, though. It is true. He's pretty much one of the tech kings, man. Not much I can say about that. When you want to get into more of the hardcore shit, you come and check out my channel. When did I start extreme overclocking? Probably like 2007. It's been like 13 crazy-ass years. This one seems to be the most craziest. Justicles, VC Jester. I'm spending my April Fools watching the biggest fool on YouTube. You're welcome, slacker. Stoked you're doing this. I'm using a CROSSHAIR 8 Impact with 3950X, 16 gig of G-Skill Neo. Samsung B-Die struggling for that 1:1:1 ratio at 3800. Are you going to be going for memory OC today? Love the comment. What's up, Steve? I don't know. We're just going to kind of get everything installed, play around, and we'll do a bunch of different stuff. So, what the fool is right. Anthony's videos are interesting, and Linus server stuff is too. Yeah, I feel like they're a little bit behind on the server stuff. I mean, at least years ago they were. Because I've been doing server stuff for 20 years now, too. It's just not as fun because you can't overclock them. Like, what fun is that if you can't, like, touch your PC and make it better? Alright, so let's get into it. Let's see. So we are not going to have this, so we're going to remove that, unpin. We don't need the store. We don't need the mail app. Usually I just keep folders and control panel. LTT got me into building PCs. I did it when I was a kid, and now I got back into it. That's cool. Anybody who inspires PC building is pretty awesome. I've met Linus a couple times. It's just been a pretty long time. It's weird. I used to never have problems with this app stopping. And now it seems to be stopping like every other song. I wonder if they're trying to limit it. Dun, dun, dun. Epic 6 generate. It looks like the dude from Tiger King. Bro, I just saw one of the music videos. I'm making fun of the Tiger King. Oh my god, it's so epic. It's on my Facebook if you guys look. I'll have to put it up on Twitter too because it's so damn funny. Alright, so let's get to it. Let's see. You can definitely see. So what we're going to do, we're going to do some basic stuff. So one of the things that most people make a mistake of doing is not turning, like if you're going to have a bench OS, you go to power options. The balance profile sucks. What you want to do is turn on the high performance one. We're going to change it a little bit. I'm going to turn off so that way it never turns off the display. Hard disk, same thing. What's up, Thermal Mike? What's up, Slacker? My goal is just to get everything installed, maybe do some initial overclocking, maybe like memory overclocking, just get some base down. I think we're going to be limited to the cooler we're using today. I'm going to have to switch up my water cooling. Right now I have an Intel block in there. I'd have to switch it over to my AMD one. So that I might do off the stream. But right now we're just basically setting up usually what I set up for streams, you never see any of this, but set the wallpaper as your face with the Viking helmet. Dude, that should give me like 5 gig plus. Yeah. Alright, so let's get back into some of the settings. The main one is to turn off the hard disk. We never want that to happen. PCI Express should be off. Maximum processor state should be 100. Minimum should be 100. Yeah, you guys can see that. Display, don't turn off display. So usually that's the first thing I do. But yeah. So we have a base install. I think what we need to... Oh, that's right. I got to change the password. So, Control-Delete. Change password. Yeah, for some reason I kind of forgot. On Windows 10, you can put in a blank password. It's not recommended on a regular machine, but since it's a bench machine, it's okay. So we're just going to use blank. I can't believe I just did that. I hate when I click. There we go. Password has been changed, so that should be good now. Usually you have to go into local security policy and change all that, but I forgot in Windows 10 you don't have to. Alright, I have a lot of time for Anthony. He knows his shit. I don't think I've ever met Anthony. I have met Linus, or we've been in the same room many a times. So. Ever use Process Lasso? Yes, for sure. The Bitsum high performance... Yeah, it's hit or miss sometimes. To be honest, I haven't tried Process Lasso on AMD, so that'd be something to check out. Dude, download more gigs, you'll be able to get at least 6 gig on Threadripper. All right, this is a good one. I don't even know how to say your name. Was it Dementis? And then I'm not even gonna try the last one. It says, which platform has it been most fun to overclock with? I mean, what CPU has been the most fun to overclock? I think Threadripper has probably been one of my the funnest one lately. I don't know, a lot of the Intel series, so X99 was one of my favorites. X299, I feel like all the YouTubers got it wrong. X299 was awesome from a bencher's perspective, because you can go from 4 cores to basically like 8 cores, or 6 cores, 10 cores. You could go to 14 cores, 16 cores, 18 cores. It was like the ultimate benching system. You use the same board and bench all the different products, right? So that was a good one. I love the 9900K. I feel like it's a cool system to bench because you can run full pot temps. So that's fun too. I think 18 core is kind of boring now at a point, but yeah, let's see. What the hell is it stopping again? Driving me nuts. Alright, so Ryzen 3000 isn't fun, no Xeon. It's not that bad. For this stuff, it's pretty good. Pentium Gold. Nehalem was actually really fun. That was one of my older favorite ones. And then you had what? The P55 chipset was pretty cool. But anyways, let's get into it. Gotta make sure. Let me see where I put all these utilities back. So if you went to hwbot.org and went to the forums and looked up and find the CROSSHAIR tools, I downloaded them already. I just got to get them over. So. Actually, I think it would be green. Green. Where the hell is green? Damn you, USB. I don't remember which one I put it on. It's always the case, right? Yeah, X55. Oh, X58 was one of my favorites too. I loved a lot of the boards. Asus really came out with that Rampage was still one of my favorite to this day. I broke a bunch of records with the 3D platform on that one. Oh. All right. Actually, I think it's the wrong machine. I downloaded it over here. Got too many machines to work with. Ah, there it is. So I did have it right. Why is this so difficult? Ugh. Sometimes I gotta be careful because I'll end up killing shit. Just because I'm so rough on stuff. Sometimes. There we go. Try not to break things. Cecil, go grab me some dinner, broski. Alright. Now that we got the original one, we're gonna copy this over. I'll go over what's in it after we go copy it. Oh. Man, a long time ago, man. X79 and X99, one of my favorite boards for X79. Gigabyte was like non-existent then. The best one was, I think it was the Asus Rampage Black. That was an awesome board. I had the original Rampage 4, and then I think it was the Rampage 4 Black. That was an awesome setup. Yeah, if you guys ever want to try and do some old stuff, I mean, there's nothing wrong with benching older components and stuff. It's kind of fun because a lot of drivers have gotten better over the years, so you'd be surprised on how well you can professionally bench them compared to years ago. There's a lot of differences between a system back then versus a system today. Like, the pace alone are 100 times better than they were back in, say, 2008 or 2007. So... and it stopped again. Driving me nuts. Let's try this one, see how good. Alright, have you ever tried modding a BIOS or download one from an online community? Depending on what BIOSes, I used to do all my own 3D BIOSes. Are X58 boards from AliExpress use X58? That's a good question. I doubt it would. They probably have some fake chipsets. X58 is what? It's damn old, so I don't know. I don't know if I trust those boards, but I guess you get what you pay for, so if it's dirt cheap, might as well try it. Let me make sure YouTube is not screwing me on... No, we're good. What is the main difference between Cinebench R15 and R20? R20 is much harder than R15, it seems. Oh, Matthew, yeah, I have an X58 AOC and a good ambient 920 and 980 to play with on cold. Now that is awesome right there, Matt. X58 AOC is an awesome board. That's when Gigabyte started their OC boards. HiCookie was in charge of that board. I'm actually one of the first people on this side of the world to have one of those boards. It was me, James, and I think Dino that we were benching that all the way back then. With what was it, the 990 and the 980s? I ended up killing a 990. I was so pissed. But man, that feels like so long ago. YouTube thinks you're AF, so it stops the music. Anyways, fun fact, AMD way back in the day was the first to break 1 gig. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, and then they became useless for a while. Wait, did you already flip around your setup? Dude, so I was supposed to stream yesterday, and I ended up doing a lot more than just changing. I messed with the whole thing. It took me all day yesterday. I hope you guys like it. I've been busting my ass on it, so. Alright, so we got Mem Tweak It. If you guys are gonna do mem overclocking, this is something you need to install. So like I said before on hwbot.org, if you go to forums and you find everything, you want to download these programs. There's like a work pack, OC pack that they have on there. You want to download these because you get Turbo vCore. Turbo vCore is going to allow you to adjust everything in the operating system. So we're going to install that. Mem Tweak It allows you to see all the subtimings in the OS. So we're going to install that because we're going to do a bunch of memory streams, right? So we want to go through that and make sure you can see all the timings, all the turds. All the turds. I mean thirds. Alright, so no, we're not going to restart right now. So we did Turbo vCore. Work tool, I'm not even sure what this is, so let's check it out. Doesn't have anything right now, so I'll have to check it out after. Mem Tweak, 286. Curious to know how that works. So this is basically what came with the whole pack. And you'll see all that, basically installed them all. What we'll do is we'll reboot because Turbo V it usually installs as a service, so you gotta go through it. Oh, yeah. R15 equals Fortnite, R20 equals Crisis. That's pretty funny, actually. Alright. They're a little faster than the 980. So the 990 was just a little bit faster than the 980, but really they're kind of the same. You basically had it was a new stepping version, so they were supposed to overclock better. I had the first 1000 when they came out. Man, back then, it seems like so long ago. Was a build for someone that ended up going to prison for tax fraud. Shaking my head. Still have it in a thermal tank. Update in the middle of writing. Wow, that's crazy. AMD still holds the record for 8.7 gigahertz. Yeah, but I don't know. Those frequency records are kind of, I don't know. I'm going to have to show you guys one time on how to get frequency records. Because once you see exactly how it's done, it's kind of less interesting. Because you're only doing that frequency for like a second. And that's what that's really being judged upon. So, I don't know. I've never really been a big fan of it. I mean, it's still cool to have it, but I usually do more memory stuff, like where memory frequency type stuff. Picking up a 3900X on Friday, IJS. Is a 1080 still viable GPU to pair it with? In your opinion, I think it do just fine. At this point, a 1080 seems a little bit old. I feel like you can get like a 2060 or something newer that would probably be better. It depends on if you're buying it new. I wouldn't buy it new, to be honest. Oh, create a shortcut for booting in the UEFI. Great for RAM tweaking. Something we can do. Yeah, 1060 is probably fine for 1080. Alright, so let's see. We booted up. We installed Turbo V Core. What I like to do is I always pin it to the taskbar. That way you can see it down here. So, so let's do that first, right? So I don't want to be, anytime I open this, I don't want to be getting this crap. So we're going to turn that off, right? So here's how you turn it off. You go to user accounts. Change user account control settings. So we're not going to do prompt. Remember this, we're not really caring about security here. We're basically, we want more performance. So we don't want that causing issues for us. So we're going to jump in. Now we shouldn't get prompt. This is the nice thing. So when I was talking about when we were benching Intel the past couple days or whatever, is that people were saying that, oh, I don't like XTU. I like the other program better. Asus does this nice. Gigabyte actually did it the best, and I think Asus kind of stole it from Gigabyte in a way. But who cares, right? Because Gigabyte doesn't really do it anymore, so I'm happy that Asus still does it. But to have a program like this that's so simple to use, you got all the voltages you need right there. You got CPU ratios right here. All that stuff right in one little area, so I like it. This makes it much easier. The thing is we're gonna have to go into the BIOS to set up a bunch of things. Let's see, what else do you think we should install? I know I have to download, we gotta go to benchmate.org and download that first. So maybe we'll, I'll do that. So let me just migrate this over for a second. And we're gonna switch. All right. Bear with me for 2 seconds. All right. All right, so this is benchmate.org. Oh, I'm losing stuff. Hey, that's a good question. What are my expectations for Ryzen 4000? I expect them to increase the IPC. I don't know if it's going to be as much from 2 to 3, but I'm expecting that IPC to go up quite a bit. But anyways, let's go into benchmate.org. So we got to download software. I know the newest version, so we're going to use the newest version of benchmate.org. So we're going to do location 1, going to download it. It's pretty simple. You just click download. And it's downloading. So let's go back to here. And so basically it's downloading. I'm going to have to copy it to the drive again. Do that. Oh, shit. Not a program to install, but a screenshot app. Which street service do you use for music? Epidemic Sound. Oh, what happened there? That's weird. Anyway, so let me just go through this real quick. I just want to get this over here. It takes a little bit to put over, so. Alright, so that's copying over. Let's see. Not a program to install, but your screenshot app. Yes, I need to put the screenshot app too. Funny RunScapes doesn't have an April Fool's joke this year. IPC for Zen 3 is rumored to be 10 to 20%. I don't know. If we could see that, crazy IPC might be interesting. All right, so we got this download. Let me just rename this. Chuck Sanders, 10 bucks. Thanks, broski. I appreciate it. Thank you for doing this. I'm trying to follow along as you go. I have the same setup with Rogue 8 CROSSHAIR and a 480mm custom loop. Awesome, broski. So I'm getting there. Just trying to get all the apps installed. Remember, I usually do this without you guys, so I figured it might be a good stream to have you guys play around. Not a lot of people get to show like all the good stuff that happens. Here, let me move everything back around because I organized it all way different. Can't really see what you guys are doing. That's better. All right. Listen to the Who sometime, Mongolian metal, really cool. Think you would like. I'll take a note of that. Oh yes, we need the software shortcut. Yeah, I don't like the Windows shortcut thing. Let me see. I knew I forgot something. Thanks for reminding me about the screenshot app. I just gotta remember where I put it. I don't remember where I put it. Let's see. Try here. Nope, found it. I know you guys are probably gonna bust my balls that you guys want the program, but I gotta figure out where I got the damn program. Because I don't want to give out software that somebody worked on. I'm a developer too, so there's nothing more that pisses me off than when people try to steal software. So I highly recommend don't stealing software. Because somebody's got to make a living, you know what I'm saying? Alright, there we go. Alright, so what I miss? Pet ranching? Not sure how I feel about that. I think it's going to take a few years for Intel to catch up. That could be true. But you know what? It's nice that because of all this AMD stuff, is Intel is going to come out with a better product now. So even if Intel's behind right now, I think it creates a golden opportunity for the consumer that you get pretty much shit. You're getting some of the best products that we never even thought we'd be able to see. So to me, that's what excites me about this whole process. Because that means we're going to see a lot of good goodies from both programs, or both companies. Alright, so let's go back in here. Impact. Damn it, I think I put it on the wrong thing again. Ah, I hate when I do that. Is there any advantage to setting Windows to all performance? Yes, actually. I was about to get into that, but I keep on forgetting to keep on messing up this copy. Driving me nuts. Let's see. Ah, I copied it the wrong one. And I also copied the Benchmate to the wrong one, too. Man, I'm just having an off day, huh? Alright, so this should be good now. That might take a little bit. Alright. So yes, there isn't a performance advantage. So what he's talking about, so if we go to System, man, I'm so used to using other programs right now. Yeah, it should be System. So in here, what we usually do is go best performance. Now, depending on if you're doing like 3D benches, 2D benches, sometimes you want to keep it for 3D benches, but normally what I'll do is I'll adjust for a better performance. We're gonna do programs, not backup. Keep that for now. No. I'm trying to think. Oh, I'm gonna turn off system Oh, okay, it already is. Perfect. Alright. Where are we at? Almost done. Consumer products are still garbage. Because of price. That is true. It's good timing, computer hardware, and other weird stuff. Not just waiting on those. Yeah, I'm really more. I'm curious about new GPU stuff because that's when I'm gonna. Usually, what I used to do, and I stopped doing it ever since Pascal, is that every single time that a new GPU would come out, I'd throw a power card on it. What that means is I'd take over the power and use an external card. So I'd rip apart everything that's on there, solder a new card, and basically take over it. So I think I'm gonna do that next time. So I'm excited to see the 3080 Ti, and I'm gonna play with that on a stock card. I'm not gonna wait for other cards to come out because usually waiting, I have to wait. I've waited so long just for like Kingpin cards. And to be honest, anytime they usually come out, I'm usually busy by then or something, but who knows. Alright. They moved the Northbridge CPU. All performance turns off. Task would be normally running slowdown. Yes. Lightshine is a very good screenshot tool, and it's free. Alright. I think we're done for that part, so let's do this. Yeah, my favorite screenshot utility is this one. I always get, a lot of people ask me, I'm still trying to figure out where the hell I got it. So underneath here. Whoa! Let's see, so in here. So what I copied over was, can you guys see? Okay. Usually after I download stuff, we're gonna, go right there. All right. Light shot is very good. Yeah, I caught it live. Where's the mem tweak it from the H7 forum? So if you go, I think it's in the AMD. You gotta go through the forums and you gotta find like I think it's under Richland. And then underneath there, if you go and you gotta find it. Here, let me do this and see if I can show you guys. It's much easier to do, I think. Just bear with me. I'll show you exactly how to get there. Well, shit. Change screens. Alright, so on HWBot, right? When you're going around, so we're going to go to Forum. Under Forum, you got to go down. And underneath here, you'll see overclocking and benchmarking. You have AMD CPU overclocking. Under there, you have Ryzen, Bristol Ridge. So underneath there is where you want to click. Now on here, you'll see the Rogue Crosshair 8 Hero Formula Impact LN2 OC Guide. This is where you want to go. It's done by SafeDisk. SafeDisk works for Asus. He actually just moved to Taiwan. Really nice dude. He was in the G-Skill World Club last year. So you just click on there, and underneath there, there's a bunch of different. You have BIOSes in here. You have a bunch of information on how to bench. So it gives you. There's a lot of information to read here. So this is the OC pack that I was downloading. Now, after loading R15 Geekbench, then run the boost. So basically that program that we were using, I think it's Tune 0819. So I guess when you get a higher score with R15 and stuff. So, but yeah, so this is all the stuff that you need. And that should help you out to find it. So let's go back into here. Try to move shit around. Hopefully it didn't mess up too much. Display drivers. Shit. We need to do display drivers. What do you call a zombie mod? Yes, that's basically what I was calling a zombie mod. Sorry, I lost you a bunch of guys. Yes, and we need display drivers. I'm running a 3950X Hero. Yep. Yeah, they are expensive, but you pay for quality. Let's see. Yes, I don't know. I can't give out the snapshot program, which sucks. So, well, what I usually do is with Snapshot is I'll copy this to here. Oop. Being difficult today. And we stop music again. Oh, nope, we're good. So in here, the Snapshot, when you double click Snapshot, what's cool is it'll download here. And we're just gonna use photos. And you'll see it comes up right here. So you, oh, what you'll notice though on here, basically you'll see that it's not taking the whole screen. So what you gotta do is you gotta basically go to personalize. Or not personalize, sorry, it's display settings. So display settings, and right here, the scale and layout, you want to fix the scale and layout. So when you go to 100%, and you'll see that it will fix everything. So now, like, that screenshot is useless, so I'm going to just delete it. Now when I go into screenshot, or the snapshot, it should have the whole screen, because you want the whole screen to be in there. That way when you're benching and stuff, you just double click on it and it will basically go. Is Snapshot on the forum too? Nice. Spurious ECG has quite a few records too. That's what happens when you work for a manufacturer. It's almost not fair in a way. It's so easy to be competitive if you work for a manufacturer than it is to be on your own. Alright. So we got that. I think what we also need to do is in... Let's see. Oh, that's right. We need to do Benchmate. Did we copy? Yeah, we did. So now we're going to install Benchmate. So what I usually do is I'll go C drive, and what I'll do is I'll create a new folder called Benchmate. All right. So what I'll do is this is basically an extract. It basically unzips the folder. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it into that Benchmate folder. So put it right in Benchmate. And extract. It takes a little bit because you got a lot of software in there. It's going to have all the programs that we need to go through it. It's on 0+0's thread, so he stole my software. I love 0+0. He likes to break his legs by just running. Hey Matthew, if you can put up a link to the screenshot program, that would be great. That way everybody else on here can get it. I'll allow it then. Usually we don't do stuff in there, but screenshot. Yeah, it might be similar though. Put up a link and that way we can share it with all the viewers. Let's see. So now when you go into Benchmate, yeah, Benchmate 0.10.5. If you go under there, you'll have Benchmate. So what I'll do is I usually just right click and I'll pin to taskbar. So that way it's down here. So now when you kick it off, you don't have to have this running, and now we have all our benches, right? So what's nice in here is that we don't have to install like CPU-Z or anything like that, so we can just run it and open it. Stephen DeG, Joe, check out the tales of an old sea dog. Older guy sailing around the world alone. Ballsy, dude. I would always love to do that too, man. I have balls of steel. Alright, so if you look here, we're basically running stock. We're at about 3.6 gig. You can see that it jumps up a little bit there at 4.1. But it's nice to see it's running good. Memory is stock, so by default we're at 1064 because we're at a 1-to-1 relationship. We're using G-Skills now, the same ones that if you watch my video on how to remove heat spreaders from DDR, I'm using those memory right now. I did find my Neos, so we might have to, I don't know, we'll play with these ones because I know these memory work. I don't know how good the Neos are. I've heard very, very good things on them, but Tweak SSD, I have used that program. I can't remember what it is though. You're the man, man. Hey, I tried. So you know what we're slacking on today? We're slacking on likes. We're only 121 likes and we got over 200 people live. So come on, bump up them likes, slacker, and make sure you subscribe. If you can't do any donations or anything, I mean, it takes a lot of money to be able to do all this stuff. But it helps. But if you can't do it, at least do a like and subscribe, and that way you can join for more fun. No pressure there. I know it's a tough time with all the corona. I don't expect you guys to donate and all that stuff. Just like it. I do expect you to like and subscribe though. But anyway, so CPU-Z is a good program to basically figure out like what's going on with your CPU. It's kind of like a hardware info. Actually, HW info is a good one that we need to do. Says, let me throw that Balls of Steel comment in Apex Legends CSGO highlight reel, please. Go for it. So, yeah. So I think what we need to do is some other utilities that we want to use. We need something for temperature, right? So let's do hard HW info. So let me go over here and download it. I took my music over there, put it over here. Let's see, you guys are over there. I got too many damn windows open. The 3950X isn't gonna pay for itself. Has anyone managed to run 2400 RAM on the 1155 chipset? Ooh, you're talking about a long time ago. Log into your Netflix Smurf accounts for the likes. You guys are crazy, man. Alright, so HW info. We're gonna download that. If you go to hwinfo.com, I hate when they put you in all these different things, so you try to download it. We'll just do the installer. We're not going to do the portable one. I do need this. So what other software do we need? I think we need some more software. The one with the most software when he dies wins, right? Wait, what? Alright, so let's, I'm getting the hardware info. What other programs should we install? Come on, slackers, don't let me down. What do you guys think? Oh, Dave, thanks for the $2, broski. Thanks for the Slacker OC tips, Captain Slacker. That's right, can't do it without the Slacker Army. Joe, check your power plan. I think you selected high performance. There is also an ultimate listed. I think you have to install the... Ah, that reminds me. See, you're a genius. So on here, it brings up a really good point on power options, right? Ultimate performance. I meant to do it on ultimate, and I did it on the high performance one. So let me make sure that this is right. So turn off hard disk. Pause. Wireless adapter. We're not even using it. I'm gonna turn all that shit off. Hibernate never. We should turn off hibernation because it does use space. Off. Processor should be minimum 100. Good. Display. Alright, so we're on the right one now. Thanks, guys. Apparently I was slacking, right? Alright, should be taking notes. Well, you can always go back to the video and rewatch, right? So, let's see. The AMD stock cooler is so... It does look good, but it doesn't really cool off that much. Kind of disappointed on that. Install IDA 64. Bad Bearded Gamer. What's up, Slacker? IDA 64 is another one. I think we also need to go to AMD too. Let's see. Alright, so IDA. Problem is I gotta figure out my license. I don't know if I have one. What about fast startup? Should that be disabled? Actually, I haven't gotten into finishing it, so bear with me. I want to disable that. Anything in startup you pretty much don't need. There's some programs out there where you can remove all these. I'd have to find it and dig through. I'm trying to dig. Let's see. IDA 64 downloads. Download. Whoa, see, I hate this. They always try to get you to download shit. I don't want to download anything but... They're always so tricky. It pisses me off. 95, that bitch. Where am I over there? All right, we're over here. Yeah, I need to... Well, that's what I was getting into. Captain Slacker, Joe, you're killing me. You're killing me, Slacker. Slacker Army. All right, so what I'm doing is I got to download the chipset drivers. I think that's it. FutureMark takes too damn long. Okay, so we got IDA, we got hardware info, and chipset drivers. So let me go to Asus and do their support. Probably should go to Rogue. Downloads. Definitely not there. I hate when... They should make this a lot easier. I don't know why it's so difficult for them sometimes. Oh, it actually took me on a different one. Let's see. So we're gonna do support, consumer. In here, we're gonna do, was it CROSSHAIR 8 Impact. Technically, it's the Maximus. We need some Windows striper. How about stripping? Stripper. We're talking about laptops? No, I use NT Lite all the time. I wanted to save that for a different video, though. All right, we need drivers and tools for the Impact. Let's see, what do we got going on here? Windows 10 64-bit we're going to download for. So we got VGA, BIOS, audio, LAN. We're not using audio. We're not using LAN. No wireless. Chipset. So we need chipset. SATA, we could probably get away with not having. So let's make sure we have the chipset, though. Almost done. Let's grab... Oh, that's already over there. Sweet. All right, so downloads. Bear with me, slackers. We're getting all the utilities ready. We got HW info over there. We got IDA. And we got the chipset drivers. And they're going to take a little bit there. What's up, Roscoe? What about the fast startup? Should that be disabled? What are you talking about? Underneath the... Did I miss something? Let's check it out real quick. I don't know what you're talking about, Brelsky. Oh, found it. Frag. Asus website is always behind. There were new chipset last month, I want to say. I wonder if we should go directly to AMD's site, to be honest. That might be a better idea. Let's compare drivers from Asus site then. Not a bad idea. Here, why don't we do that on here? Probably better. Move this one over here. And let's see. All right, so if we go in here, we're gonna go to AMD. Oop, wrong one. Let's see. So drivers and support. Processors. Ryzen. Ryzen 9 3950X. Let's see what they have from AMD directly. That's it. So the only thing that they want you to install is Ryzen Master, which I'm not really a big fan, unfortunately. So that was kind of lame. I thought it would be a little bit better. Apparently not. All right. Let's see. There were chipset. Had to pop out of the chat the windows to view the stream full screen. Nice. Have you ever thought about going skunk ape scouting? Tree knocks in the Everglades? That one is probably the most difficult since Swamp. Not sure what that means, Wish. Yeah, get it from the horse. I mean, AMD. New ones in AMD are rare. Are from 3... Where they... Hold on, let me go back over there real quick. Oops, wrong one. So if we look on here, I'm not really seeing... That's pretty much it. So, good try. Yeah, so that seems like the only thing that's available. So I guess we'll just use the one that comes with Asus. You got to be careful when you do some stuff. You don't want to mix and match too much because sometimes you'll have shitty results. So, where's the chipset link? Was it on there? Yeah, I already have it on the motherboard. So we already have that. So I'm gonna just make sure that's downloaded over there. I need to... I don't know if I copied it. Nope. We'll just use these chipset drivers that I came from Asus. Ah, Ross Q. All right, so we have it all in there. I think we're ready. All right, we'll move this back over so I can see. No, back there on the list? What are you talking about? Yeah, I don't know what you guys are talking about, but... let me see. Oh, main driver. Okay, let me check that out real quick. Whoa. Ah, there we go. So we found it. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Let's go over. Woo! So that's downloaded. Let me copy it over. Rudderber is a Bigfoot of the CPU. All right, let's see, what are we going now? And we got Ryzen Master. Oh, I forgot to do that one real quick. 2. Is this still downloading? What is going on here? All right, much better there. So we got this one, and then Ryzen Master, and then I think we should be good for a bit. All right, what's that's copying? We're getting there. Did I miss any? Let's see. Bob's your uncle? I don't have an uncle named Bob. Slacker is blind. Yes, I am blind. Duncan Freeman, $4 to Chief Slacker. Stay safe, dude. Thanks, brother. You do too. It's moving and you're crazy. The camera's moving. No, it's not. I'm using it with my mind. All right, so we're copying over. Oh. So what's up, slackers? I still see we're slacking on the likes over here. Why don't you guys get on that? All right. And we can copy over finally. Let's do this. Go back here. You see how much time this takes? All right, so let's go in here. All right, so all right, so we got Ryzen Master. Let's rename that real quick. Oh, you guys can't see it. All right, so we need that one. This is the one chipset driver. Isn't there something else I was supposed to copy? I guess the other one doesn't count. So let's do this. Oh, Jedi mind trick or slacker mind trick. See? Moves. There's always somebody who dislikes. I don't really care though. Jedi camera tricks. Slacker, how many screens do you have on that wall? Well, I have a big 70-inch screen right there. I have a 32-inch Predator right here. And then I have... Shit, I think it's a 15-inch. And then I have another 27-inch here for this one. There's just too many of them. Alrighty. What do we got here? Someone completely lacking slack. I'm going to take one guess at your favorite band of all time, Pantera. I do like Pantera. I wouldn't say the favorite. One a moment, haven't been awake enough. Steve Burley, someone threw up the moving camera. It happens all the time. If I actually turn up the speed of the way it moves, bro, it does get a little nauseating. Level 1 tags! Riri? $5, thanks, broski. Yeah, where's, we're supposed to be doing a stream together, you slacker. If you guys don't know Level 1 Tex, awesome channel, good dude. Love that guy. Make sure you like and subscribe to him too. He's pretty awesome. You guys probably already know him. What am I saying anyway? But he's a good slacker, so we love him. All right, so where are we at now? So with IDA stress test, 4 good. I don't really use IDA stress test as a good benchmark, but I like to kind of go for scores. Hold on, so what did we do? Did we copy everything over? Yes, we did. We'll install Ryzen Master, I guess. Actually, hold on. Before I do that, I usually, when you download in Windows anymore, well, I guess you don't have to do it here. We gotta install the redistributable. Ah, level 1. You got that. You're doing a crazy bathroom remodel. Ooh, Led Zeppelin and Iron Maiden. 2 great ones. William Goodman, just joined your Patreon. Keep it up, Odin. Thanks, Slacker. Oh, talking about Patreon. So, one of my biggest things that I want to do is get my Patreon going. So it helps with me supporting the streams. That one too gets quite expensive over time, but it's an also with Patreon, you get to talk to me a lot more. It's pretty much the lowest amount you can do is $2, which is cool. There's a Discord open up for it. I mean, it's really cool to interface with me, influence some videos. You get to see a little bit more of what's going on. As we go, it's more going to be pretty much the go-to place. I've debated on doing the YouTube subscriber thing too, where where you join as a member, but I haven't set it up. But what it does remind me is on Patreon. So obviously, if you go to Bearded Hardware, we have a giveaway. So if you're a part of that, that's where I'm going to be doing giveaways, because those guys are the ones that try to do the most support. But I want to announce a winner. So I was giving away a 1070, and we have a winner. During streams, no more gurgling. Ah. All right, where did I put it? All right, so we got this nice Gigabyte 1070. And my man John D from the Patreon wins it. So I have your address and stuff. We're going to send you this too, because I know I owe you a couple of shirts too, but this is all yours, buddy. So congratulations. Now I'll be doing one once a month, so I figured this is a great way to start off April Fool's. It's not an April Fool's joke, so, but anyways. Oh, quarantine. I almost need another drink, I think. What do you think? Is it me? Shellback, what's up, broski? No, you lost. You suck. Just kidding. If you guys haven't checked out Shellback Tech, he does some great stuff for veterans. He's the man. But yeah, let me go grab a drink real quick. Actually, I have to run to the bathroom too, so just give me about 5 minutes. I will be right back. I gotta take a little bit of bathroom break and get a drink break, so. I'll be right back. Wow. YouTube interface is quite shitty right now. So give me a bit, I'll be right back. Yes, John D, you win the 1070. All right, I'm gonna be right back. What's up, suckers? I'm back. Oh, there we go. We got another rain drink. This is orange dreamsicle. Shit's good. Is level 1 tech science stuff you buy? I don't know. It's a good question. Oh, let's see. What do we got there? IGS, holy shit. God damn it, it stopped again. Really, I'm kind of getting irritated with this. What's up, Epidemic Sound? You're not so epic right now. Let's see. That one. It usually never does this. We end up going through like so quick. Let's see. Must be like dropping or something. All right, so let's get back to it. Where are you slackers from? I'm in PA near Allentown. Well, I'm in Dunedin, Florida. I actually used to live up in North Jersey around there. I've been to Allentown a bunch of times. Just didn't come back as the April Fools. If I could afford to do what you do, I would. I built a sick girl computer about a month ago and it was an amazing feeling. Justicles did an awesome job. I was very proud of him to do that. Whoa. Bro. We got the horns. Wilmington, North Carolina, huh? Overclock the toilet. I don't know, this is going downhill real quick. Alright, so we're gonna agree terms. We're gonna agree probably not to use this. Yeah, now this is one of my favorites. Orange Dreamsicle. Oh, it's so good. You love the helmet? It's good shit. Alright, let's get in what else we have. So we need to do this one. We're gonna unblock it. Okay, now we got Chipset software. So this is the newest version. Thanks you guys for helping me figure it out that it was the other one. Happy Sue. You know I can't let that go. Alright, so we got the Chipset software. Get that going. So what's up, slackers? What are you doing during quarantine, huh? You staying alive? Staying alive. Alright. So with the chipset, we install all this lovely stuff. Good, you guys can still see. Oh, yeah, I know. I'll change the power plan back. It's cool. Ryzen Master D. What the hell is this drink? This is Reign. R-E-I-G-N. Some good shit. And it stopped again. God damn it. When is MS config time? Almost. I am kind of feeling horny. I don't know if you guys have ever met Horny Mike from the TV show. I met him. He's pretty cool. Hi. You guys are cleaning? Alright, so we got that. Alright, so let's go back to the power profile because I have a feeling that we overrode it. Yep. We're going back to ultimate performance. Nickname, the shortcut to reboot UFI. Put the 32 gig kit in the raffle build and finished it officially, dude. Now on to the Amen MR themed charity build for another disabled vet. Awesome, bro. Awesome, broski. Excuse me. Ah. All right, let me get this finished though. Let's go. I think what we're missing now is HW info and IDA. Copy IDA and both of those. Copy, then go C drive. Put it in that impact folder. I try to put everything into this area. Making so much use of it. Yeah, counting cars. I actually met him when I was in Vegas in CES 2018 or 19? Yeah, 2019. I'll have to find that picture. Alright, so let's install hardware info. Make sure it runs too. Trying to think, somebody was telling me they had an issue with here the other day. Which one did I install for the chipset for AMD? Basically on their site, if you look up, you have to do it by motherboard, not by chip. So if you look up the motherboard, go to X570 for the chipset, and then go under there. It will ask you all the details. Everybody, let's subscribe to Shellback Tech and make him a boost. Support the slacker. Chow time here, eating chicken tenders with mac and cheese. You're not gonna share, broski? Highly disappointed. You're fired. All right, let's kind of look at temps. Where are we at? So 48 degrees Celsius is what it's running at right now. Way too hot. I'm wondering if we can maybe just by switching the paste. What do you guys think? Should we replace the paste and see how much it does on Grizzly? Here's the Linsky to the drivers. You like my hat? The playlist is basically a bunch of stuff from Epidemic Sounds. It's so that way I don't get demonetized, because they love to do that. And you guys are still slacking on likes, by the way. Alright, so we got hardware info on. Now we gotta do IDA. You always gotta watch, because they try to sneak stuff in there when you're doing an install. A lot of the times they'll try to install some other stupid browser stuff. See what it does, run stock. You can see in the background, basically CPU-Z shows the what the CPU is doing. To be honest, go like this. We can see what all cores are doing. Nope, didn't lap anything yet. That was the whole point. We wanted to go through and oh man, I need some tots. I think I do have to take it back. But the whole point is to basically go through it. Your audio stream is probably infected by a virus. Are you saying I'm viral? Hmm? So what do you think? Should we go to Grizzly? So the reason why we slack on likes is because if you're in chat on mobile, it hides the likes option. That's some bullshit. Damn it, YouTube. And yes, we are overclocking. Oh, that's some BS. I'm gonna have to get... I need a key. Says if you have a CPU block, will liquid metal Silicon metal is really good for dye, but you can put it on the 3950X too. I hate the trial version. So it looks like $21.33. Yeah, I'm running $21.33 in MEM. I just clicked it. We're just ready to go. I just want to see if there's a big difference between the stock paste that comes here and Grizzly. Most likely, I have a feeling that it's probably shit paste to begin with. So let's see. Just kind of. We should have ran the temps, so I probably should have ran HW info. It's already finished. Damn it. How you make the front side bust? What is it, 98? Yeah, we can change that in OS. Remember, this is completely stock, so... How do I connect to the Patreon Discord for you, slacker? Well, when you join Patreon, you should be able to use your account to automatically get put in Discord. So if you haven't signed up for Patreon before, like there's a weird way to go in through it. It's been a while, I don't remember offhand, but you should be able to go and it automatically gives you Discord that way, as long as you have your Discord account associated with your Patreon. So I think you have to do that first. You go into Patreon, associate your Discord, and then go over. Some good stuff was sad at his passing. What are we talking about? Yeah, I'm not really worried about that. I just want to have something where I can get temperature-wise. I just want to see how high it's getting. So you'll see the package temp is 60. I don't really give a shit about the other one. Nickname gonna go crazy, bro. Okay, so let's see. What else do we have in here? We did Benchmate, IDA, Mem Tweak It. We have all the other stuff. I'm trying to think if there's anything else we need to have on this. I think we should be pretty good. So I'm gonna close that out. We're getting a bit 50C. It's pretty much the same thing with idle. Actually, I forgot one thing. It's been about 60 and 70 degrees. Alright, what's up, Harsh? What's up, Viking? Let's see. You can also write, yes, I already know that. I'm not really worried about IDA right now, guys. To the way I write, don't think you see the result. The problem is I need to get rid of the trial version and do stuff. So who doesn't like TechOdin when he's burning the hell out of a PC brain? What's the fastest memory you can run nowadays? Well, it depends on what you mean by fast. So high frequency or tight timing, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'll have to buy IDA now. You guys costing me a fortune. Just kidding, of course. But yeah, so it looks like we're running about almost 70 degrees, which is pretty hot. What we'll do is, actually I'll do a small, we'll do R20 real quick and see what it scores. So if you mean B-Clock, can you try changing it from DCP to manual and typing? Well, yeah, I'm not going to go into that right now. I'm going to basically go in and into the BIOS and change all that. So we got plenty of time. I just want to try to get some bass, because then what we'll do is we'll repaste it and then jump back in. I do think it runs way too hot though. High frequency, I think the record is 6 gig. I know Thermaltake was doing 5 gig. 8978. So that's basically a default R20 right there. So we'll copy that. Let's copy the. So it hit about 72 degrees. Copy that. Check out I'm a Viking by Young V Mouse Team. I'll have to check it out later, because I want to repaste this. So let's close this out and we're going to repaste. Seemed like it ran too damn hot. Let's check this out over here. Oh shit. Alright. Let's take this puppy apart. Man, this board is definitely not for big dudes with big heads. And right. I'm just gonna take it all apart. Just easier that way. Put them there. Look at how small that board is. Like, look at that. Crazy, right? So what we're gonna do is we'll pop this off. AMD, just simple as that, right? Looks like it's suctioned up pretty good. Ugh. Overall, not too bad if you look. Come on, focus. Focus! It's not liking focus right now. We'll try that. No. But overall, the paste wasn't that bad on there. If you look at it there. Looks pretty good. I've seen worse. So what we're going to do is we're going to clean this up. You're on camera. That's my buddy Dougie Fresh. Let's see. So what we're going to do, we need to clean. So remember, we got to use CRC. Yes, it's a 710 GPU. Let's clean this puppy. Ryzen loves to be chilly. I think all processors want to be cold. They all want to be LM2. Nah, no AIO. We're going to end up going to... I have a 480 RAD underneath the desk. So basically, I got to switch out the water blocks. And what I'll do is I'll put this under it. But that's not going to be now. Because I'm running basically a little tired. You wouldn't believe how much streaming takes out of you, to be honest. Video is actually a little bit easier. I actually talked to DeBauer about it, and he's like, it's so much harder to do live streams. Like, it's weird. Like, when I do all this, I'm pretty much exhausted after. So it's actually quite a bit of work. Ooh, I do not like this already. So one of the problems I see with this cooler already is that I just noticed it now. Look at that. You can actually see it's not all flat on the coppers. Basically, you can see how there's paste in between the grooves. That can't be good for cooling. So that's kind of disappointing from the cooler. Yes, Mark, the red can. Tell Steve from Gamers Nexus to use the red can, not the other stuff, because the other stuff actually is higher pressure. But yeah, I'm not liking digging this cooler. But I guarantee you, by switching it, we do get something. So if you guys are using this cooler, I think I'm recommending basically getting something else. Because I'm not too crazy about how that works right there. You want a nice flat surface. You don't want all those imperfections in there. So I guess when we do the lap job on this thing, which we will do a lap job. Very cool. We need GPU benchmarks. Yeah, the problem is GPU kind of, for LN2 wise, isn't really good on AMD. But we have to prove that point, so we'll have to play with it. So as you can actually see, flips of the camera. He was his boyfriend? I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Alright, so we need... Where the hell did I put the paste? Let me look at the paste cave. Guess we have to use a new batch of Cryonaut. Cryonaut's usually good. Lap the prism. The problem is if I lap this, it's not good. It's not even worth lapping, to be honest. I'd have to lap the shit out of it because there's basically such big gaps that it's kind of pointless. But I mean, I guess it's better than the Intel one. The Intel one is really garbage. I'm actually using on the 9900K. It's running at like 90C right now. I need to put that on water cooling. It's on air. Right. We'll just do an X method. It all gets squeezed out anyway. What I find is that with this, air-wise, it takes all the air out. Remember, if you're using paste, they dry out, so you want to stick it back in the sealed container. Alright, just switch to AIO. Easy. Nah, AIO is too lame. Need better than AIO. Alright, so let's see how long it takes this time, because it took me forever last time. Alright, that seems better. I can't say I like this cooler that much. No LN2 yet. Trying to get this damn cooler on, and I always have issues with it. Oh, there we go. It'd help if it was all the way in. There we go. There we go. That wasn't as bad as last time, but it was pretty bad. Now put it all back together. Was that Intel has zero design straight out of 2005? For real. AIO is for slackers. I agree. I ain't got better than AIO money. Viking, don't break it. It's not food. No, the cooler's ass, but 2700X isn't that bad. That's what she said. You guys, I love you guys. Let's see. can make this shit too damn small. Alright. We got that. Now we got almost there. Just watch the beard. It's always about the beard. Alright, let's keep the hard disk out for a bit. If you didn't have Sasquatch hands, I know, right? Look at them monsters. They're much bigger in person. That's what she said, too. Seems to be about 2 degrees so far. Can you guys see? Oh, yeah, you guys aren't on there. So before, when we were at idle, you could tell it was at 50C, but... So we at least got 2 degrees just by using that, which is crazy. To be honest, I expected it to be the same, just because of how it is. But it actually is 2 degrees better. Crazy. I wish AMD would come up with a better cooling bracket. Yeah, I'm not big about the way the CPU is. Like, when you pull this off, sometimes you pull the CPU out and it kills shit. Which is not probably the greatest thing. That's what she said, nickname. I love it. I'm using 3800 using stock cooler. Can you recommend to me a third-party good cooler? Well, you should maybe look into a good water cooling system. EK has some packaged ones together where you get you can get a block with it, a CPU block, you get the RAD, you get pretty much everything that you need of an all-in-one. I kind of recommend against AIOs. I would probably go for some water cooling. They make packaged kits, which is pretty good. I know one such kit here. I'll show you one kit. Here's a kit from EK, the RGB. This one is a good default kit that you could use. I don't know if it has AMD support. It might be just Intel only, but I would recommend doing something like that, where maybe you don't have to do hardline tubing, but you can do soft tubing. Yeah, I feel like it's much better than doing an AIO, because a lot of the times the AIO, you struggle. They use different types of tubing, so the tubing can be kind of a nightmare. Yeah, it's hot. To be honest, it's hot as hell in here, so I would expect it to be. I think it's like 80 degrees in here, which is hot as hell. The Blue Tuna video card. Ooh, I like that name. The Galax one. What board are you using? Sorry, I just jumped in. No problem, Sam. This is basically the Asus Rogue Crosshair, or Maximus. They have so many names. It's the Maximus Crosshair 8 Impact. Basically, you can just look up Impact, and it's the only AMD Impact there is, so. Pyro, you're killing me, browski. The EK 360 kit doesn't seem to be bad, but also I'm a broke bitch. I only have air-coolish money. Then go with AIO. If you're really broke and you need it, just go AIO. Nothing wrong. Oh, you can just go custom AliExpress water cooling stuff from Belitsky. Not a bad idea. Joe, if you twist the cooler back and forth a few times before pulling cooler off, it comes right off. It breaks the suction. Yep, that's actually what I do. It's just a little bit more difficult when you have like a huge pot on there. So like it's heavy enough, so trying to get it, sometimes you gotta, it's a pain in the ass. What do you think of DeBauer's Ryzen 3000 OC bracket mounts? To be honest, it looks pretty cool. I feel like it's a simple way that he did, which is pretty cool. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll have to talk to him, but I can't even get pots from him, so I'm gonna have to make my own bracket if I try to rely on him. But so it looks like we're still a degree better, and it is hot as hell in here. So it's not really the best testing environment because it's hot, but. Dustin Gray, what are your thoughts on BuildZoid's video on using liquid metal as your thermal paste for overclocking a 3950X? Never saw the video, so I can't really say. I'm sure it's not really that difficult. I mean, liquid metal should give you, but I don't know how much of a benefit it really is. I'd say liquid metal on the die would be better instead of doing the IHS, but I'm sure it would probably drop a little bit more degrees than most. Liquid metal is really good for on air, so I would say it wouldn't be that bad. All right, so we are finally in. Let's look. I'm gonna run R20. Obviously, I gotta open the sensors. Yeah, the AC's on, but it's like 90 degrees outside, and to be honest, when you have a studio setup, right? So I have so many lights on. I have a big ass light. I have an Aperture 120D right there. That thing emits a lot of heat. I have another light over here. Monitors, they heat up like crazy. Pretty much all the lights I have in the background, all that stuff staying in a small area increases the heat. Usually it's running to about 76 degrees, but it's actually around 80 degrees. Top one is humidity. 46 is actually pretty good. That's really good for here. Usually it's up in the 60s or 50s, even with AC. Are you saying his pots are vaporware? That's exactly what I'm saying. Trying to get a pot from him is like ridiculous. All right, so let's kick off an R20 while we're talking shit. And don't get me wrong, I love Roman. I just love the busted balls. When you see my CES videos, I have him in there, me fucking with him a little bit. So, let's see. You said it would get about 10C under load with liquid metal. That probably makes around good sense. Remember, it's soldered to it's a weaker solder. It's kind of like the 9900K. But from there, I mean, it sounds about right. I would say definitely do the liquid metal, but just make sure you apply liquid metal right, because that makes the biggest, I don't know, that makes the biggest difference. So, turn up the AC. The problem is here in Florida, if I turn up the AC, the system that's here at the house, bro, it costs me a fortune. My electric bill here is like $300 to $400 a month. So I try to keep it set to 75 as much as I can. Usually if I open up the door over there, it lets all the AC come in, and it will be around 76. But it will get you up hot. All right, so let's run this. Now that we're getting all set up. Now remember, this is completely stock. We haven't changed anything. It looks like we're actually running hotter than before, and that's probably, but it takes some time for it to cure. Was it? He forgets to do a lot of stuff lately because Mary keeps him on check. I know, I'm gonna have to talk to Mary instead of him because he's slacking like a mofo. Is it possible to run LN2 in a loop for a gaming PC? Actually, it is. There is some stuff. Yeah, that's one of the problems here in Florida is that power is very expensive. So running the AC, it's awful. Alright, so what did we get here? Let's make sure we were, so we hit 80. Seems like it's running hotter, but that could also be, sometimes when, with paste, you have to wait for it to, oh, damn. Yeah, we're actually running, it's strange. So we're actually running a little bit worse. I think we'll have to run it for a little bit. So I'm in the same boat here in Hawaii. Oh man, I heard Hawaii has crazy prices. Yeah, Pinellas County is damn straight. We pay way too much. Steve Burley, get on Floatplane. Maybe I should. I don't know, I've never really talked about Floatplane. I know Linus does that, right? Joe, you are in a commercial meter? No, I'm actually on a residential. Maybe that's probably a better thing, right? I don't think I can run a commercial meter in a residential zone. I think that's the biggest problem. Now let's try to beat this up a little bit. I have a feeling we need, maybe this is a bad batch of paste. Yeah, I think we're gonna end up basically gonna have to go through and I think we're just probably gonna have to say screw the air cooling and go right to water cooling. But I think we're gonna do that in another stream because we've been going now for almost 3 hours. I think we might have to cut it until maybe tomorrow. What do you guys think? We do another stream tomorrow too? That's what it was. Flopane is Luke, not Linus. But I know they put everything on Flopane, right? Something like that. Underclock Mary. Yeah, because I'm actually sweating like crazy in here. Plus I need a break, but I think we got some good stuff down. So we got all the bases down, and I think maybe what we'll do is I'll switch it over to water. Because really, this cooler is not really good for this. What I'll do... Are you a business with a text ID? Yes, sir. Maybe that will be beneficial. Maybe I should do that. Thermal nano pad instead of paste or liquid metal. Well, I'm pretty much on the same as Roman. I actually have that pad. So we're gonna have to do a video on that and test. So I'm not gonna give out the details. So ha. But yeah, so prepare for tomorrow. What we're gonna do is I'll switch it over. It's kind of boring for me to do that. I'll switch over to blocks tonight, and then what we'll do is we'll do an OC thing tomorrow. So all right, Slackers, make sure you like, subscribe. Let's get those likes up to 200 before I'm out. But yeah, we're gonna do a stream tomorrow. We'll do the same shit. But yeah, so. Stay tuned for that. Make sure you like and subscribe. Love you guys. Slacker Army's in full effect. We're going to be doing this a lot more now. I'm actually going to work on some video tonight after I'm doing that. So stay tuned for a bunch of new stuff. So, all right, Slackers. Thanks for the support. Love you guys. Slacker out.